What's going on, guys? I'm back in my garage, and so if you see me sweating, it's just because I'm in my garage and it's hot and humid here in Arizona. It's like 110 degrees. But anyway, I want to get to the point real quick. I really felt the need to tell you guys why I do what I do before I put out any more content of what I do. Just so you guys can know me more and figure out why I'm doing all this stuff, why I'm out here with all these kids training them, and why I do what I do, basically. So that's what I'm about to go into. Stick around, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and if you're interested in listening to a really good story, stick around. Let's get better today. So guys, as most of you all know, I am a speed and agility trainer in the East Valley area of Arizona, so the Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa area of Arizona. And I've been doing it now full-time for the past 7 or 8 months and doing it part-time for about 1.5 years. And it's what I love to do. And I'm really blessed to be in a position where I love what I do and don't want to do really anything else when it comes to a day-to-day job. And so really, when it comes down to it, my why for training is because I love to do it. But I'm gonna break it down to see how it led up to this point and how I led up to where I'm at now, basically. So basically, it goes back to when I was little. I couldn't go a day without football. I'd stay up really late at night and watch old recordings of old Super Bowl highlights that we made on VCR tapes. And I stayed up until like 10:30 watching old Super Bowls. I could literally tell you in real time what the score of pretty much every Super Bowl is and who was the Super Bowl MVP and all kinds of random facts that really are useless information now. That's how dedicated and devoted I was to football, and I loved it so dang much. And in the midst of playing high school football, my first job was a referee for a flag football team. So Friday night I would play a high school football game, and then Saturday morning I'd go out and ref little league flag football. And I did that for 5 years, all the way up until last year, in fact. And it was a roughly enjoyable experience, emphasis on the roughly, because it was an intense atmosphere, and the league grew more competitive as I got along. Got in there more, and they grew more teams, and I got yelled at a lot, but I think it hardened me a little bit and really got me out of my comfort zone, because I've always had a fear of public speaking. I've always had a fear of presenting and talking to new people and meeting new people. So it really brought me out of a shell after 5 years and stuff, and really made me a less shy person, and kind of made me a person who really didn't give a crap about what other people thought, because I had to make a crappy pass interference call, even though it was the right call, despite what somebody's mom or somebody's coach thought of the call. So I figured it was good for me to not care what anybody else thought about what I did through that job. Anyway, I did that for 5 years, and while I was refereeing there, I had a bunch of opportunities and a lot of people who came my way who reached out to me to do training and for a camp or something like that throughout my time, because I was so good with the kids when I was out there refereeing. So I got involved with multiple different camps just because my boss really liked me, and some of the coaches in the league also liked me. So they figured, oh, this kid could help me out with a camp and help run a drill at one of our youth camps and help our team train. And I was like all for it, because I've probably said it before in one of my videos, I was that kid in high school who set up cones in my backyard and did drills and figured out how to fix my footwork and how to train on my own, did cone drills, speed and agility drills, all that sort of stuff to try and build my skills and stuff. And so why not give back to the kids, and why not help them out too? And so that really kind of ignited a thing. Like after a while, I'm like, wow, I like doing this a lot, and the pressure's off and my creativity is on 10, because I think a lot of people in the world have a lot of creativity, but a lot of the jobs that they're at right now don't allow them to express their creativity. And so I feel like me being in a position where I was training kids makes me express my creativity very well. For a long period of time, I was doing camps for other teams and stuff, and running a station and getting paid a little bit of money to do that. Not a lot, but a little. A very, very fun experience. I sweated a lot. I worked out a lot. I'm a super active person, sweating just about as much as I am right now in this garage. But anyway, let me get into the story of my very first client for training. And it was just a complete surprise to me because I never thought I could turn my love for training kids into kind of what I do for my life. So it was one day in like September or October 2019, a now good friend of mine came up to me and asked me to train his kid. And so I was super pumped, and I was like, wow, this is weird. Somebody's actually reaching out for me to do private training for their kid. And now this is out of my element. I don't do private training with a parent just sitting there watching my every move, and it's uncomfortable. That shell that I kind of took myself out of while refereeing helped me, because now I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'd love to, because I really wanted to kind of do it. I said, sure. And then leading up to my very first session with this kid, I was like, okay, look, I got to make this a really good program. I have to have each week, we're going to focus on a certain aspect. We're going to work on ankle strength. We're going to work on stride length. We're going to work on single leg strength, that sort of thing. And we worked just on field work. We didn't do strength training. Leading up to that, I built a whole page of a 10-week program. We're going to go through this in week 1, this in week 2. We test in week 1, test in week 10, and 2 through 9, we're working on all this different stuff, working on your technique, working on your power, working on your strength, and working on injury prevention. And they loved it. And the kid loved it. And the kid grew so much from it. His parent was just in awe of me. And I was like, wow, this is really, really big. Funny thing happens, and here I am. But I ended up coaching for a team, which I'm still in a great relationship with, a club team called Phoenix Flight, East Valley. One of the best mixtures between a developmental and competitive club I know. And I coached with them for one season and trained a couple kids from their team. And now, wouldn't you know it, I've probably coached and trained a couple dozen of the players from their team. Just amazing players with amazing attitudes from an amazing program. Those first 5 or 6 kids from Phoenix Flight, and that very first kid that came up to me, really built this foundation to be like, for me to be like, wow, I'm going to turn this into a business. And at the time I was going to school for sports business at ASU, and I was like, wow, I can market this to people. I could really kind of make this my thing if I want to go at it full time, if I find enough people to do it. I decided to quit refereeing in the fall of 2020, just because I figured, wow, I could take my training full time and make more money on the weekends and stuff, and make more money during the week, because I wasn't doing anything during the week. Once I graduated college in December, I needed a full-time job, and I kind of manufactured my own full-time job by marketing myself and getting people to refer me to whoever needs their kid trained. And as of now, I've trained over 125 kids, and it's gone really well for me. And I'm very blessed to be in the position I am now. And if you ask me the question of why I do it, it's because I see a lot of myself in these kids. Love football so dang much. I feel like, okay, if you have a dream to become a professional athlete or a professional football player or anything like that, then you should invest everything you got into trying to achieve that dream. So many people nowadays settle for financial security, job security, and all that sorts of stuff. But if you really want to achieve what you want to achieve, then you got to go ahead and do it. And that's really what I want to teach these kids is, if you really want this that bad, come through with me. Let's train, let's work as hard as we can to achieve your goal and achieve your dream. And whether you achieve the dream of being a football player or a professional athlete or not, I hope you take with it the qualities and the character traits that it takes to achieve whatever you want to achieve in your adult life. And so that's why I do it. I just want you guys to kind of understand me as a person outside of just me as a trainer, because I want to build a relationship with everybody who's touched by my videos. And I think if you guys feel the passion that I am trying to exude out to you, because I live this every day and I want to live it every day for pretty much the rest of my life, then I hope you can see the passion within yourself to get what you want done as well. If you guys have any questions about my journey, questions about how I changed my mindset, how I got to where I am, feel free to leave a comment down below in the description. There are so many different influences on me. It's very hard to just narrow it down in one video, because I'm sure some of you guys are probably cut out by now because it's a long video at this point. I have to say, Coach Cornell from Campo Verde was one of the biggest influences for me starting this training business and starting my training life, because I was one of those kids who went to that free speed and agility session thing he would hold at the end of school. I appreciate everybody that has factored into this journey. My old boss at the Flag Football League, I should say old bosses, all the coaches that I used to referee for that recognized how well I worked with the kids and how much I liked working with the kids. All of the parents that drive their kids to the sessions that I hold, all of the kids that withstand the workouts that I put them through. I can go on, but right now I'm at a place where I'm so grateful for where I'm at, but I'm also very unsatisfied with where I'm at, if for lack of a better term, unsatisfied, because I want to continue to learn. I want to continue to refine my skills and provide everybody with the best information and the best coaching possible so they can achieve their goals, run faster, become better athletes, that sort of thing. I think the good news is I'm only 22, and I feel like I can improve so much over the next couple years. I mean, when I was 21, there's no way I think I would be here where I'm at now. When I was 20, there's no way I would have thought I would have started my own business and started doing training as my livelihood. It just didn't make sense to me. Now I'm here, and I think I'm very hopeful, yet unsatisfied and uncontent with where I'm at, because I want to just continue to keep growing and keep getting better, because I think that should be everybody's mindset. That's why the Get Better Today is my thing, is because every day we have to find a way to get better. And whether that's by sweating out gallons of water in the garage, getting out a message to you guys, or reading biomechanics books, or getting a personal training certification, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get better every day for you guys. I'm going to get better today for all of you that have dreams of being your best at wherever you're trying to be. And so I'm going to leave you with that. If you guys liked the message today, if you guys liked the story today, please hit that like button, subscribe to Cab Training. I'm so excited by the growth of Cab Training right now. I think the road to 1,000 is real. And I think we could definitely hit it, maybe even by the end of the year. Let's just cross our fingers and see. Tell your friends, if you have friends who want to get their speed and agility better, share my channel with them. Share my videos with them, because I am always going to be posting new speed and agility workouts. And if you guys have any suggestions for what you guys want to see, hit me down in the comments down below, and I will respond to you guys, I promise you. But with that, I'm going to sign off with my catchphrase: let's get better today.